In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of daily tasks, often mistaking busyness for productivity. We find ourselves submerged in a sea of small, seemingly important activities that can distract us from our true goals. While it's satisfying to see a tidy desk or quickly respond to emails, these actions may not contribute significantly to our progress. The distinction between merely doing things and accomplishing meaningful work is crucial. Let's explore this further through a vivid example. Consider the story of a man whose ambition drove him to cut down trees. On his first day, he achieved what he thought was a commendable effort, only to face the question that looms over all of us. Was that truly progress? Spending all your time on small stuff means you won't get ahead. Here's something important about using your time right. Don't mix up just doing stuff with getting things done. Picture someone who gets home really tired every night and thinks, "I've been running around all day." But what have they actually done? Just being busy doesn't mean you're doing important work. Some folks are always busy, but don't really get anywhere. Now think about this. Our days are full of little things that seem important but aren't that big of a deal. Like checking every message right away, keeping your desk super tidy, or answering every email fast. But do these little things really help us with our big goals? Look back at your week. How much time did you spend on stuff that really moves you forward? Here's a story to help see what I mean. There was this guy who cut down trees. On the first day, he cut down 10 trees and felt pretty good about it. He decided to work even longer the next day, but he only cut down 9 trees. And each day after that, even though he worked harder, he cut down fewer trees. He felt really bad and didn't understand why. Then he met an old woodcutter who asked him, "When did you last sharpen your axe?" The man realized he'd been so busy cutting trees that he forgot to sharpen his axe to make his job easier. This story's like our lives. Sometimes we're so busy doing things that we forget to stop and think if we're doing the right thing. We should be spending our time on big goals, not just on stuff that keeps us busy. So let's not get tricked by all the little things that want our attention. We should use our time for important things that help us grow and reach our dreams. It's not about how busy you are, but about making sure your hard work is really taking you where you want to go. Let's not just be busy. Let's make sure we're busy doing the right things. Spending a lot of time on small tasks will keep you trailing in life. Here's a vital piece to grasp about how we use our time. Don't confuse just being busy with real success. Imagine this scene. A person comes home wiped out, slumped down, and sighs, "I've been nonstop all day." But here's what we need to ask. What exactly have they accomplished? It's not just about running around. Some folks are always on the move, but only making circles, not real strides. This is where the trick lies, thinking you're achieving because you're always moving. Let's peel back the layers on this idea. The world today sells us on the idea of busyness, like it's a trophy. Look at me, always on my feet, always on calls, always overstuffed with my schedule. So let's pause and reflect. Are these activities truly pushing us towards our goals, or are they just wasting our time? Remember, a full calendar doesn't mean a fulfilled life. Let me tell you about a business owner. Let's call him Mike. Mike was always the first to arrive at work and the last to leave. His desk was a flurry of papers, his phone constantly buzzing. Yet despite all this activity, his business wasn't growing. He was like a hamster on a wheel, running fast but staying in place. It wasn't until he learned to prioritize and focus on what truly mattered, building relationships with clients, refining his business model, that he started to see real growth. It wasn't about doing more, it was about doing right. And then there's Sarah, a friend who prided herself on her busy status. Parties, meetings, volunteering, you name it, she was there. But one evening, in a quiet moment of exhaustion, she confessed, "I'm everywhere but nowhere where I truly want to be." Sarah was mistaking motion for progress, activities for fulfillment. She needed to align her actions with her life's true aspirations, focusing on what would bring her real happiness and achievement. This illusion of busyness traps many. We rush from task to task, feeling virtuous for our busyness. Yet at day's end, we're no closer to our dreams. It's like digging in multiple spots, hoping to find treasure. Without a map, all we get are shallow holes, not the treasure we seek. So, how do we break from this cycle? Start by asking, is this task leading me closer to my bigger goals? If not, it's probably a minor thing masquerading as a major task. Prioritize actions that have real impact, that move you forward in life's meaningful race, not just the daily sprint. True achievement is about progress, not just motion. It's about building, growing, and moving towards something greater, not just filling the time with tasks. It's time to be intentional with our efforts, carving a path toward where we genuinely want to be, rather than simply getting lost in the myriad of lesser tasks. We need to shift from being busy to being productive. Fulfilling our days with tasks is not synonymous with fulfilling our life's purpose. Remember, the goal is not simply to be busy. The goal is to be effective. To live a life rich in achievement, we must discern the real from the trivial, the impactful from the inconsequential. Let's not just go in endless circles. Instead, let's move purposefully toward our dreams, crafting a legacy rooted in meaningful action rather than a whirlwind of busyness. Let's redefine success, not by how crammed our schedules are, but by how deeply fulfilled our lives become. As we dive into our day, overwhelmed by an avalanche of tasks, we often find ourselves at a crossroads. Which duties are truly vital, and which are mere distractions? It's akin to standing in a bustling market, deciding how to spend your single precious coin. We could squander it on fleeting trinkets or invest in something that flourishes and appreciates in value over time. In our lives, how do we glean the critical from the clutter? Let's peel back this layer. Each task that knocks on your door wears a mask. Some present themselves as urgent, flashing like neon signs demanding immediate attention. But in reality, they're just noise, lacking substance. Then there are those tasks that may seem less glamorous, yet are quietly waiting in the background. These are the true building blocks for your future. Identifying which is which, that's the art we need to master. Imagine you're a gardener with seeds in your hand. Some are weeds, while others are fruitful plants. Your garden's potential lies in your ability to choose the right seeds to sow. Similarly, our time, the very essence of our lives, can either sprout weeds of distraction or yield a bountiful harvest of achievement, based on what we decide to plant in it. Here's a simple truth. Major tasks align with your core goals. They resonate with your deepest values and serve as a propellant toward your long-term vision. These tasks are the milestones on your map. In contrast, minor tasks may scream for attention but won't fundamentally alter your journey's trajectory. So, how do you differentiate between the two? Begin by asking yourself, does this task move me closer to my ultimate goal? If it doesn't, it's likely a minor task, regardless of its urgency. It's like distinguishing between gold and pirates. One holds lasting value while the other merely glitters. Let me share a tale of two salesmen, Tom and Jerry. Tom rushed around daily, ticking off every little task on his list, all the while wearing himself thin. Jerry, on the other hand, devoted his energy to building relationships and deeply understanding his clients' needs. Tom was busy, and Jerry was effective. Over time, Jerry's thoughtful strategy led to significant sales growth and enduring client loyalty, proving that prioritizing depth over breadth yields far greater success. So, how do we apply this wisdom? It begins with setting clear goals. Know your destination to recognize the paths that lead to it. Limit your focus to the top 3 tasks each day that will make the most significant impact. These are the activities that will elevate your life to the next level, bringing you closer to fulfilling your purpose and achieving the dreams you hold dear. Embrace this shift today, for the transformation from busy to productive is not just a change in actions. It's a change in mindset that will redefine your journey and shape your legacy. Sure, these principles are paramount above all else. It's about planting the right seeds in your garden, ensuring that fruitful plants grow while weeding out the distractions that threaten to choke them. Remember, time is the currency of life. Spend it wisely on tasks that enrich your existence, contribute toward your aspirations, and help build the life you yearn to lead. Just as a wise investor discerns between fleeting whims and fruitful ventures, so too must we differentiate between the minor distractions that clutter our day and the significant tasks that define our life's trajectory. In closing, let's not merely drift in the busy currents of life. Instead, let's steer deliberately toward our chosen horizons. Recognizing the difference between the major and minor tasks in our daily lives does more than just manage our time. It shapes the very essence of our journey. Therefore, let's commit to focusing on what truly matters, crafting a legacy not of endless busyness, but of meaningful achievements. Prioritize wisely, and witness your life transform from a mere sequence of busy moments into a harmonious symphony of purposeful success. Pouring major hours into trivial pursuits undoubtedly sends one off track. Here lies a crucial nugget of time management wisdom. Don't confuse mere activity with genuine success. Imagine someone staggering home, exhausted and weary, lamenting, "I've been nonstop all day." The pivotal question remains, engaged in what exactly? It's not about ceaseless motion. Rather, I have observed many caught in a loop, making minimal headway. This miscalculation, this facade of progress, is common yet often overlooked. Time, my friends, is the canvas of life, and how we paint on this canvas determines the picture of our existence. Every brushstroke, every color choice, and every shadow contributes to the final masterpiece. Let's focus on painting our days with the vibrant colors of effectiveness rather than the dull hues of aimlessness. Effective time management commences with setting clear, actionable goals. These serve as the landmarks guiding our journey. Without them, we're just sailors adrift at sea, with no port in sight. Knowing your destination not only simplifies navigating through the day's demands, but also infuses your journey with meaning. Now, let's address a common time theme: the relentless tug of the urgent over the important. Urgent tasks are like sirens of the sea. Their call is compelling, but following them often leads us off course. To navigate through these distractions, one must learn to prioritize. Ask yourself, what actions will bring you closer to your goals? These are the tasks that deserve your prime time and your best effort. Consider the tale of two gardeners, each tending to their plot. One racially chases away every falling leaf, obsessively tying up every wayward stem, while the other patiently prunes and nurtures their flowers. Over time, can you guess whose garden will truly flourish? By focusing on the essentials and nurturing what matters, we can cultivate a life that blooms with purpose and richness and nurtures the flowers. Over time, whose garden do you think will flourish? It's the simple truth. Nurturing growth yields blooms, while mere tie-dyeing leaves the ground barren. We must also address the digital deluge of distractions we face daily. Emails, social media, and instant messages are the weeds choking our productivity garden. Cultivating the discipline to limit these distractions is akin to skillfully pruning away the unnecessary, allowing the essential to thrive. So how do we cultivate this garden of time wisely? Begin with what I call the power of threes. Each morning, Identify 3 key tasks that align with your overarching goals and commit to completing them. This focused approach transforms your day from a mere collection of disparate hours into a purposeful journey towards your aspirations. But what about the unexpected tasks and demands that crop up unbidden? Here's where the art of time blocking becomes invaluable. Allocate specific blocks of time for different activities, including intervals to manage the unforeseen. This way, you won't be thrown off course by life surprises. Instead, you'll have a plan that accommodates flexibility. Remember, effective time management is not about cramming every moment with work. Rather, it's about creating a rhythm to your day that harmonizes with your goals, values, and well-being. Just as in music, where rests are as crucial as the notes themselves, in life, taking breaks is vital to maintaining our tempo and harmony. Now, I've witnessed individuals, perhaps even you, transform their lives using these principles. Take Martin, a once perpetually late and overbooked executive. By adopting these methods, he became a paragon of punctuality and efficiency, not by doing more, but by focusing on what truly mattered. If you're consistently caught up in minor tasks, you may find yourself falling behind in what you genuinely wish to achieve. This brings us to a vital point about how we use our time. Do not confuse mere busyness with real success. Consider this. Someone returns home every evening, utterly drained, and mutters, "I've been non-stop all day." But let's stop and ponder. What exactly have they accomplished? It is crucial to understand that simply being active does not equate to being productive. I've seen many people running in circles, exhausting themselves, yet making little tangible progress. Now let's delve deeper into the power of concentration. Concentrating on major goals is not just about having something to aim for. It's about cultivating a laser-like focus on those goals, ensuring that every action you take is a deliberate step towards achieving them. To truly grasp the potency of concentration, imagine a magnifying glass focusing the sun's rays to create fire. In this way, by honing your concentration, you can ignite your ambitions and transform them into reality, casting aside distractions and nurturing your unique garden of success. Similarly, when we concentrate our efforts and focus on what truly matters, we ignite the potential to transform our dreams into reality. Why is concentration so powerful? Because it helps us to filter out the noise and distractions that life throws at us, allowing us to direct our energy towards achieving substantial results. It's about doing fewer things for more effect instead of doing more things with side effects. So, how can we improve our focus and minimize distractions? First, we need to define our major goals clearly. Understand what you're aiming for. What are the big wins you seek in life and work? Having clear goals acts as a compass guiding your actions and decisions. Next, create a focused environment. This means setting up your workspace or home environment in a way that reduces interruptions, whether it's tidying your desk, turning off unnecessary notifications on your phone, or setting specific hours for deep work. These actions create a conducive atmosphere for concentrated effort. Let's talk about the practice of deep work. Dedicated time where you're fully immersed in a task. This doesn't happen by accident. It's a skill that you develop by consistently dedicating blocks of time to focus on significant tasks. During these times, guard your attention as if it were your most precious resource. Because in truth, it is. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can also be incredibly effective in enhancing your focus. These techniques train your mind to be present at the moment, reducing the tendency to get distracted by every little thing that pops up. But let's not forget that maintaining concentration also requires regular breaks. Paradoxically, stepping away from work at intervals can enhance our ability to focus. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where you work for a set period followed by a short break, can significantly boost productivity and focus. Consider the story of a writer who struggled to complete her novel because she was constantly distracted by emails, social media, and household chores. When she began to apply these techniques, segmenting her work sessions and controlling her breaks, not only did her productivity skyrocket, but she also completed her novel far faster than anticipated. Incorporate the habit of asking yourself regularly throughout the day, is this the best use of my time right now? This simple question can realign your focus, steering you away from trivial tasks and enabling you to concentrate on what truly matters. So let's not just buzz around, busy with activity. Instead, let's channel our efforts, energies, and attention toward the tasks that genuinely propel us toward our major goals. Remember, true progress isn't about moving in all directions. It's about moving steadfastly toward your dreams and aspirations. By mastering the art of concentration, we not only make the most of our time, but also elevate the quality of our work and, ultimately, the quality of our lives. Let's not just do things right. Let's focus on doing the right things with a concentrated, deliberate approach. Dedicating your hours to significant tasks prevents you from falling behind. Here's a fundamental lesson in time stewardship. Don't equate busyness with real progress. Imagine this. Someone staggers through their door each evening, drained to the core, and exclaims, "I've been hustling all day." But ask yourself, what have they truly accomplished? It's critical to recognize that busyness alone isn't an indicator of success. I've seen people tirelessly running in circles, exerting themselves, yet ultimately achieving very little. Let's delve into a pivotal aspect of life and career advancements: the power of investing in yourself by focusing on education and growth. This isn't about stockpiling information aimlessly. It's about engaging in meaningful learning that fuels your journey towards significant achievements. Why is personal growth so vital? Because the world around us is constantly evolving, and to keep pace, we must invest in our own development. This isn't about stockpiling information aimlessly. It's about meaningful learning that fuels your journey towards significant achievements. Why is personal growth so vital? It's because the world around us evolves constantly, and to navigate this ever-changing landscape, one must grow, adapt, and evolve. Like a tree, stretching its roots deep into the soil to reach greater heights, we too must deepen our knowledge to expand our lives' potential. Investing in oneself isn't just about acquiring skills or credentials. It's about nurturing an insatiable curiosity, fostering a love for learning, and understanding that growth is a lifelong journey, not a destination. It's the kindling of a flame, not just the filling of a vessel. Consider this. The most successful individuals in any field aren't those who stand still, content with where they are. They're the ones who continuously seek to improve, to understand more deeply, to stretch beyond their current confines. They know that the greatest investment they can make is in themselves. So, how does one go about this? It starts with identifying your passion areas and goals. What drives you? What do you wish to achieve in your life and career? Once you have clarity on these, channel your efforts into acquiring knowledge and skills that align with these objectives. It's about focusing not just on what's urgent, but on what's truly important, on what will make a meaningful difference in your life and the lives of others. Let me tell you about Anna, a mid-level manager who felt stagnant in her career. She realized that to move forward, she needed to upgrade her skills and knowledge. She began dedicating an hour each day to learning, be it through online courses, reading, or engaging with mentors. This investment in her personal growth led to not only a promotion, but also a renewed sense of purpose and fulfillment in her work. Effective learning also means being proactive, not reactive. It's about seeking out opportunities to grow rather than waiting for them to come to you. Whether it's attending workshops, networking with thought leaders, or simply reading extensively, the avenues for learning are as vast as they are varied. And let's not overlook the role of reflection in personal growth. It's one thing to absorb information, but another to digest and apply it. Reflect on what you learn, integrate it into your daily actions, and watch how it transforms your life and work. Now, I hear some of you asking, how can I find the time for this? Here's the key. Make learning a priority. Just as you allocate time for work, family, and other responsibilities, set aside dedicated time for personal development. Remember, we make time for what we truly value. So let's not be content with merely going endless loops. Let's embark on a path of continuous learning and self-improvement. Let's transform our lives from being busy to being profoundly productive and fulfilled, unlocking the treasure trove of possibilities that personal growth brings. Pouring your time into minor tasks, let me remind you, leads to lagging in life's rates. Here's a vital principle in managing our time effectively. Don't confuse simple busyness with genuine accomplishment. Imagine a scenario where someone, after a hectic day, crashes onto their couch, sighing, "I've been running all day." Yet what did they actually achieve? It's essential to discern that constant activity doesn't necessarily mean you're progressing. Many individuals find themselves caught in a loop, active, but without making real progress, mistaking this perpetual motion for actual success. Now let's address the hurdles that often keep us from focusing on the significant tasks, the major things that drive substantial change in our lives and careers. One of the most common challenges is the "I'm too busy" syndrome. It's easy to fill our days with tasks that keep us busy, but don't contribute to our long-term success. Consider the story of Laura, a budding entrepreneur. She found herself overwhelmed with daily operations, responding to every email, attending every meeting, and solving every minor issue in her startup. She was busy, but felt stuck. It wasn't until she learned to delegate and focus on strategic planning, major things that truly mattered for her business's growth, that she began to see real progress. Another obstacle is the fear of stepping out of our comfort zone. Prioritizing major tasks often means tackling challenges that are unfamiliar or intimidating. It's like standing at the edge of a diving board for the first time. The water below is your potential for growth and success, but taking that leap can be daunting. I recall the tale of a young musician named Mark. He had incredible talent, but played only in his local neighborhood. The major leap for him was to share his music with a broader audience, which meant facing possible rejection and criticism. When he finally mustered the courage to perform at larger venues, his career took off, leading him to opportunities he had never imagined. Procrastination is another significant barrier. It's the art of delaying what needs to be done, often because we overestimate the time we have and underestimate the time tasks will take. It's like saying, "I'll start my diet tomorrow," but tomorrow never comes. Then there's the story of an author, Emma, who dreamed of writing a novel. Years went by with her saying, "I'll start writing when I have more time." Realizing time would never magically appear, she decided to write a page a day, no matter what. A year later, her first novel was published. Each of these stories underscores a common theme. The journey to prioritizing major tasks is often riddled with obstacles that can derail us. Yet with the right mindset and strategies, these barriers can be overcome. So how do we conquer these challenges? Start by acknowledging that not all tasks deserve your equal attention. Learn to say no to demands that divert you from your main goal. Practice time blocking to allocate dedicated periods for your major tasks, ensuring they get the undivided attention they require. Moreover, embrace the discomfort of new challenges as growth opportunities. Each step outside your comfort zone is a step towards expanding your capabilities and achieving your major goals. Lastly, overcome procrastination by breaking down your major tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Like Emma writing her page a day, small, consistent actions lead to big achievements over time. If you spend your days caught up in the minor, you'll always be chasing the curve, never leading it. Here's something I've learned. Constant activity doesn't necessarily equate to achievement. Imagine this. Someone comes home every night, utterly spent, murmuring, "I've been running all day." But what have they achieved? It's vital to understand. It's not the constant hustle that counts, but the direction and purpose of our actions. Many are just spinning their wheels, doing a lot but achieving little because they mistake mere movement for meaningful progress. Now, let's explore the essence of living a life rich in fulfillment, focusing on what truly counts. The secret lies in holding in on the major things, those actions and endeavors that align with our deepest values and highest. Take, for example, the story of a woman named Elizabeth. She spent years climbing the corporate ladder, working long hours, chasing promotion after promotion. One day, she realized that despite her professional success, she felt unfulfilled. She reflected on what truly mattered to her and had discovered a passion for teaching. Elizabeth made the bold decision to shift her career, becoming an educator. In doing so, she found a profound sense of satisfaction and purpose, touching the lives of hundreds of students. Or consider the journey of a man named Carlos, who had a comfortable job but dreamt of starting his own business. Fear of failure kept him from taking the leap for years. However, when he finally focused on this significant goal, putting his energy into what he truly cared about, his startup not only succeeded but flourished, allowing him to impact his community positively and create a legacy for his family. These stories underscore a powerful truth. Focusing on the major, the aspects of life and work that truly resonate with our core lead to a deeper sense of achievement and fulfillment. It's about quality, not quantity, about making our actions count, not just counting our actions. So how can we ensure we're living a life focused on the major? It starts with introspection, understanding our values, and what we ultimately want to achieve. It requires setting clear, meaningful goals and aligning our daily actions with these objectives. But it's not just about personal gain. Focusing on the major often means contributing to something greater than ourselves. It's about impact, about making a difference in the lives of others and in the world around us. This is where true fulfillment lies. Consider the legacy of great individuals who focused on what mattered most. Think of innovators who changed the course of history, of activists who fought for justice, of artists who created works that touched the hearts of millions. Their focus wasn't on the trivial or fleeting. They concentrated their efforts on creating, influencing, and improving on the major things. To live a fulfilled life, we must challenge ourselves to look beyond the immediate and the inconsequential. We need to ask, is what I'm doing now contributing to my legacy? Is it aligned with my deepest values and greatest aspirations? Living a fulfilled life by focusing on the major isn't just about personal success. It's about crafting a life story that we're proud of, one that inspires others and leaves a lasting impact. It's about finding joy and satisfaction not in the accolades or wealth we accumulate, but in the knowledge that we've lived true to our purposes, making the most of the precious time we have.